Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm like, well, I got another topic to talk about. I'm on YouTube. I do have a life. I do work. Okay, people don't think I work, but I do. But I got enough time to make videos, get on the stream, stuff like that, and do my research. But every time I watch a certain video, I be noticing that there's a lot of discrepancies or incorrect psychologicals that go along with it. And so for this video today will be called "What is an alpha from the perspective of a female?" So a female looking outward. What is this a perspective from my experiences, from what they told me, okay, and how I psychoanalyze their logic in a simple layman's terms for most people to understand. Is that whenever you hear a female like talking about what is alpha, the strongest is the fittest, and stuff like that, they're basically just talking about attraction. It's not an alpha mentality, okay? Because they don't have an alpha mentality. It's beta alpha calc. They are beta alpha cucks, okay? So, like I said before, from a perspective of a male, every male should know there's three different types of males out there. There's the ones who are aggressive, passive aggressive, okay, which is called the womanizers, okay? But there's also some womanizers and alphas. And then there's the betas. The betas can't be womanizers at all because they're just sitting in their mama's house, okay? So the betas are basically the nerds who sitting in their mama's house. They may have a job, but they may seem geeky or under par. They may not have a sense of personality or charm. Okay, I know a lot of beta males. Okay, they're good guys. They're the ones who will save the best for the last until they make it to get wealthy, and then the woman, after she rode the cock carousel, she goes right towards the betas. Now the beta alphas, however, have learned from being a beta, and they are the red pillars. Most of you guys are beta alphas, but you don't understand the terminology of what a beta alpha and alpha is because you've been raised in the new age terms. I've been raised in the 80s, by the way. And I've been an fetish gigolo in my past. I use strap-ons and I get paid. It's a very eccentric type of skill that I have, okay? In my past, I used to be a babysitter and everything. And I would be a cousin to females all across the goddamn United States if I could, okay? But I can't, okay? Because these days women don't have enough money. But I digress here. An alpha male is aggressive. He doesn't hold his tongue. There's two different types, and from what I learned from women telling me, "Oh, he's alpha." I said, "Can you please break it down? What do you think about an alpha?" Okay, you see him. He looks alpha. See the keyword. They say he looks alpha. So all about attraction. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna usually say he's 6'2". Okay? He's that's superficialness. They're looking at the outside of a man. Outside of a man. And I asked these women, I said, "Do you consider me alpha as strict as I am?" And they would be like confused. They would not know how to answer because they haven't had a strong father figure. They would consider an alpha someone who's ruly, okay, who's not disciplined, someone who only speaks their mind because they only want some pussy. But that's it. Because those thugs don't have a sense of personality. They just want to be ruled sexually. That's what they told me. And I said, So you don't see my personality as alpha, but you see them as an alpha. They don't see me as an alpha, okay? Because as I said before, to be more likely a gigolo, a fetish gigolo, is to be alpha. But when they look at my appearance, he said, "You sound like." They say, always say, "I sound like I'm tough." But then when they look at my appearance, there's two different separations of different meanings, okay? And I said, "Oh, okay, so I sound like I'm gangster. I sound like I'm ghetto or some shit. I'm sound like this, but I'm not them, okay?" I said, "Oh, so I gotta look like them too, okay, you see?" So now since you understand that when you hear a woman say what alpha is, it's all about the attractiveness of a male. And there are women out there who would say an alpha is a sensitive person, but that's not true. That's not true. An alpha is someone who's direct, honest, not sensitive, disciplined. Okay, these days women and men, just like yourself, are not trained to know what true alphaness is. You don't know what they mean. Okay, and when I tried to tell people, I said that, well, a beta alpha is gonna succumb to your needs. They're gonna be like, okay, they're gonna be pampering you. They're gonna be doing these things to womanize you or romance you. The word romance comes into play when it comes down to a beta alpha. Okay. Romance is usually used because the woman is not attracted to a male. You know what I learned from women? They told me this simple thing, and you should know this too. Everybody should know this. When a woman says they need romance, they're not attracted to you. Okay. Romance only comes into play when they need that attraction. They need to be swooned in order to feel attracted to you. But there's women who tell me they will sleep with a man in a second when they feel that he's alpha. In a second. It only takes a minute. They don't need that much. They on it. They're hopping on it. They hopping on that thing. And these females know this shit because they told me this shit. Especially white women. Oh my goodness. They'll swallow them. They will not swallow a motherfucking beta alpha. They only fucking swallow a fucking alpha. I'm gonna tell you that. That's why I learned where the pineapple thing came from. You eat pineapples and shit. You make your nuts sweeter. I said, what type of males would you suck down their sperm? Their nuts. Mostly white women would do it. Black women would never do that shit. They always think, ew, that's nasty. Ew. And their hair gets all in the nasty. They get the nails and shit like that. Like, for real. Okay. I learned something here from most black women in the hood that they don't suck dick like that. They don't drink the nozzle, okay? So other than that, now you understand where I'm coming from. I'm from the 80s. The 80s alpha is direct and aggressive, okay? They do not play games with women. I do not play games. They'll take you to the garbage bin. They'll chop you up, okay? They're very strict, stern, and disciplined. Alphas do not play games, okay? They don't really have, a personality to cater towards a female. They're the ones who are strict and orderly. Now, a beta alpha, however, okay, women love beta alphas because they're womanizers. Beta alphas use their charm and their looks to get what they want. Alphas don't have time for little petty women. Okay, alphas don't have time. Okay, they will not sit there and cater and coo a female. They'll usually tell them the orders in which to pertain to satisfying his needs directly. And there are women like that out there. Okay? And so beta alphas is clearly the winner because they get the most pussy. Not the alphas. It's mainly the fucking beta alphas. And they have to impress the females or romance the females to cater to their needs in order to look and feel strong about themselves, insecurity wise. Through insecurity, women look at these guys highly, beta alphas, all of the time. Now, you would never hear a true alpha saying, I would lick her used vaginas, because that's not possible. They're going to be on the beta side if they say, I lick a woman's pussy even though she fucked with 15 dudes. No alpha, I never heard of that before. But I hear a lot of beta alpha saying, I don't give a fuck how many men she slept with. You see what I'm saying? So other than that, the moral I'm saying here is that women told me this. When it comes down to alpha, when they say the word alpha, it's basically how they can control that male and how attractive they are. So if the guy's like being very astute and it's like, nah, they don't look at him as an alpha. They'll see him. They too hard. He's too hard. A hard man is hard to swallow. They won't swallow it. Okay. Now a beta alpha man is soft. Okay. He will do anything for that, but they'll call him an alpha because he's catering to her needs, and they see that as attractive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay, I hope you guys do. No, we're not talking about betas here because betas are used as the best for last. That's their backup call. And I just made a video on how a democratic country, state can actually fix this problem. A country can actually fix that problem. So it's really up to y'all guys to try to change your personalities so these women won't take advantage of your weaknesses, because it's fucked up. I transformed into a fucking alpha when I was like 20 something. And I said, fuck this. A female don't want to give me what I need, fuck her. And they don't look at me like an alpha. Okay, trust me on that. If you misunderstand me, you have any questions, ask questions. Okay, don't make judgment calls on my videos. You don't know me. Okay? Peace.